So in this tutorial, we're going to create texture, seamless texture that we can use it inside the view. And this is actually simpler than you think if you follow special steps. A couple things I found out it's work very well for me and look realistic if we have those side shadows. This is a little bit different. So right here, for example, I have a cliff. So I was photo shooting in Oregon and I saw some of, for example, right here, the plant on the side. So even we think on the side, we actually can use this for the just ground escape. So for this, we'll go to open this image, and it's going camera raw, and I already opened in Photoshop. So right here we have our image. If we're putting this image inside, we will have some problems with tiling. So first things, what I want to do, I want to create square, and we can do a couple ways. So first, let's go create our cropping tools inside the Photoshop, and I want to uncheck right now delete cropped pixels, and we can just scale, and you can see right here we have it 540. If we look on top, it's at 3840. So I just want to be sure that my size is about 380. Okay, so similar to top, I want to be sure it is square. So 3840, and we just can go. You can just type on top, but I'm just dragging so I can show you right here. So we kind of preset this way. Next, what I want to do, I actually can move to realign. And one thing what I want to avoid, it's some like edge rocks. It's fine if we have it like this. You know, probably even like that will work. So just find the way you like it. And at this point, let's go enable delete cropped and click OK. So right here we have our square. This is nice because when we start tiling, they will tile very well together. But if we make seamless, we'll have problems on the edges. So we kind of need to make those edges is repeatable. Let's go to Control A command and select all and copy Control or Command C. So we copy this in a buffer. We'll need that layer back, remember, so we copy in our buffer. Next we go to filter. Well, actually, let's uncheck everything. We'll go to our filter. We'll going inside other, and we're going to offset. So in offset, you just start using scroll as you see when it's kind of be on the middle. This way we visually can see. Okay, let's go down to about 190. You don't need necessarily perfect, but what does for us, it's creating this seamless. This is where we see our lines. Remember, with this one, it's where beginning. It begin here. So if we're stuck, it will be seamless. All what we need to worry about these lines, 4 lines. So remember, we have it copy before, press Command or Control V, and it will put this layer on top. So we overlay. Okay, this is one of the techniques we can use it. So we can actually add now, click and add mask tape, masking layers. We can go to our tool, and we can, let's increase size, set opacity 100%, and I just want to do just like this on the edge. Don't worry about it too much. Mostly we'll worried about the middle point, but I want edges 100% clean. There you go. So when edge is clean, we still have it on the middle, and we'll just set to maybe about 20% opacity. Let's zoom in, and we kind of can start working on the areas where you want to add, so they blend a little bit better. Okay, right here maybe. So we'll kind of blend flowers. If you want, you can uncheck, see which one is look better, like flowers right here, like it. So we can go and pop up maybe to 40%. and just have it these like that flowers. So overall, just see which one you like better. Mostly you want to avoid this middle, so we kind of say we work on the center piece right now. Okay, let's create now and again, if you don't like it, you can X another and we can plant. So just make them nice looking. Okay, let's create new layer, and this layer will just worry about these edges right here. For that, we'll take our cloning tool, stamp, we'll come closer. Next, I'm just looking where they apply. So let's go take our opacity to about 15. And we'll click maybe around here to select. And you can see we start slowly kind of blending them. So I'm just trying to remove this edge. Again, we can sample different areas. And just right here a little bit. All that we've done is remove this line kind of going out. So we're going to do right here as well. And I see the flowers, so we'll just select maybe more of the flowers around here. And kind of start blending. Let's go to 50%. It will be speed up. I can see how we start blending them. Okay, same right here. Probably a bit more rocky around this area will fit better. Just touch up right here. Okay, that one, and we have two more to do. So one again right around this area. We can click, and you can see by the colors which one work better. But overall, very easy. So we can adjust lines here. And one more right there. So let's select. The one nice thing is that when ground is messy like this, and you can see how they all mesh together, it's much easier to align them. Other things what we want to watch, it is for the actually discoloring of the shade. So because the lighting how is going, sometimes you may have a darker bottom, lighter top, so you want to create this even look. We can create new layer, Control Shift Alt E, Command Shift Option E to create new layer. It's like magic. Or you can combine all of them, so duplicate it all and create new. Reason why I'm doing this layer, I want this convert image adjustment to black and white. Okay, we don't worry about anything. This is just for us to see. And we go filter, blur, and we'll go blur. And right here overall I'm previewing, and I can see that is about even gray color. This is what I wanted. So if it was in many cases, you can do this. And if you see some other lines going like darker top, bottom, then you want kind of smooth it and apply same tonal. You can do same things. You can apply to blur, and you can go and apply a little bit with soft light or other ones. So it will add somewhat uniformity to consistency. Or actually you can go this one, Command Control I inverse. On this case, it will flatten a little bit. So let me show you an example. If we have a dark top, like let's go create new. I think this is better if I do by example. So if we have right here, we'll go to create gradient tool. So an example, we have it. Okay, we don't want a rainbow, we want black and white. So example, we have a darker top and bottom. Okay, so if we duplicate this one and Then we will use it soft light. So you can see how it's now kind of smooth them. It not necessarily will remove shadows. We don't want to remove it, but it's smooth out. Of course, you can play with a little bit different modes, multiply or soften if you want shadows, but you can see by this overlay with the black and white, we actually darken or somewhat trying to even them out. This is a very rough explanation, but it is what kind of we try to do with this layer. So we can remove some. Again, it's not necessary for this because I don't see very hard top and bottom, but overall you can do this. So let's go ahead and leave this here just as a test. We actually can go to overlay, so it will add a little bit more contrast if you want it. Actually, no, I like the darker better. Okay, so let's go ahead, save this one and go inside the view and use there. Yeah, one more thing. So when you save as a TFF file, you can use JPEG, but they will have a little bit more compression and artifacts. So for the better quality, save as TFF, but remember your size will be increased quite a bit. Okay, now inside the view, we'll go to create as a test new terrain. So right here, let's shrink it down slightly and bring up front of the camera. We can take our camera also and just move slightly above. We will put a little bit down below after to watch. Actually, you know, we can do even right now. We can take camera and put down to about 1 meter, so we can look on a close up and far away. Okay, let's reset to 1 and we'll open this material to edit. So this is kind of almost straightforward. We go color, we'll go to map and pictures, and let's go to click on upload, and we'll navigate to our folder, select our TIFF file. Okay, you can see right here scale world standard. We can modify a little bit more with the scale afterwards, but right now I also want to work with the bump map. And for the bump map, I actually want to use it this projected. Okay, we'll use that one as our bump map. But before this, I actually want to inverse, and I found out the opposite. So the high and low, it's how they will go. So we'll go right there, and you can see now we have a darker area lower and brighter up. Okay, we also can go back here, and as a depth 0.01. I want just a little bit. I don't want too much. On our highlights, we can add a little bit of the greenish, kind of maybe even palish highlight. And just bring a little bit. So just overall add a little bit more of this. Okay, I think this is a look around. Okay, we can click OK now. Let's take sunlight. Bring on our side. So we can preview texture, and I can see right here tiling. In many cases, you cannot get away from that tiling because they will repeating as long as you have a pattern. But we can minimize this. So let's go as example preview. Okay, and right here we can see we have it nice looking, except it's a very patterned. And let's go take this, increase maybe a little bit higher, too high, maybe about 6. Okay, if we're going too high, we'll start getting pixelization. Even 6 is too high. Let's go to 4. Okay, 4 a little bit better. Because I want to see some of this flowering, and you can see we have a nice cover. Remember, again, if we start getting closer or put other plants over it, will cover this. So now let's go actually 3. And the next what I want to do, it's open, and now we can go inside effects, and right here where we have global transformation, I want to click on rotation, go open, and we can go on a Z and adjust. So what it does, it will take image and will rotate. We can also play with X and Y if you want. You can play with the different settings, allow them to rotate. But be careful, because sometimes they will start stretching them if you don't need it on some directions. And mostly right here, if we look up, Z is our top, so we'll rotate this way around the Z axis, so they will rotate left and right. Okay, now if we preview, you can see they're a little bit different. Right here is our rotation, so we can apply it. Also, we can change it different, so it's world standard. You can play with different object standard, can stretching or scaling up and down. If you use an object parametric, it will take one image. A stretch will look very ugly, so we don't necessarily want. Keep it with world standard, with maybe add some rotations to this, just. You can also add additional maybe twist if you need it, but it will add more distortion, so sometimes you don't want to do that. Okay, let's go 0 right here. And I think this one will be better. Okay, so we'll add more ambient light. Also, we'll verify coloring is look good. Look on this resolution, it's excellent, very good resolution for us. Image, so it's meaning we can go very close up and look. Okay, we can go in an image. Let's go to very close up like this. Preview, we still have a little bit. I don't like this kind of grain. It's from our bump map. We can remove it to make flat, but with a bump map, couple things I notice. If for example we'll have this as a cover, and I'm going to put a trees right here on a background, everything, I probably want to keep it with this bump map, so it will help me. However, if I want just by itself scale, I want almost take bump map and reduce to very, very low, so it will work a little bit better. So right here you can see it. Here again, there's our repetition pattern, so we could get even more to increase, to reduce that pattern even more. And I also have a tutorial where it's showing you how to replace texture when you're close to the camera. So close to the camera, your scale will reduce, you will have it proper details, and scale is increased as far away from camera, so you won't have it this kind of repetition again. And if I move far away, like this island example I want to do here, going up, then I probably want to pop up my scale slightly up. That will reduce more of this effect, so you won't see that parent. See, like right here, it start disappearing, the parenting. So we're increasing. And of course, we'll go inside, we add new layer very fast. We'll just do ecosystem, and we'll just add, for example, let's go add tree. Doesn't matter, you can add anything, and as we populate, you will see it's okay. Actually, they're too big, so let's go to density and reduce scaling. Again, too many of them, so actually let's take density down. So it will work. Okay, we'll bring it down a little bit more. And I want to see some shadows, so I'll take main camera. Look out, let's look on the ground a little bit more. And we'll go preview. So, and with the placing plants on this, you can see now we don't see the parenting at all, but our ground is look very realistic, very nice. To this point, we actually can even decrease back, because we start hiding this faraway parenting. And you can see we have a nice ground. look very good, very realistic. Okay, I hope this tutorial has helped you to kind of find a way, and you can create your different textures, and some of them I found work very well, and you're not necessarily need to photograph the ground. You can take a wall. Sometimes I take even hot spring kind of texture and put it there, and they come up very good. So just look around and find the image texture. You can use it and go inside and create this stylish kind of look. Thank you for watching this tutorial.